Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Brian here, bringing you another game of Black Ops. This is Domination on launch. I want to apologize up front for this being another game of Domination. I really haven't had much time to play in the last few days, and I only had a few games recorded from before, so I decided I had to use this one. So I want to apologize for that up front. So I know many of the games I've done this early on have all been Domination, and one Demolition game and a couple Team Deathmatch, but I will start working on getting you guys some other game types very soon, I promise. But since today is Thanksgiving, I thought we could talk a little bit about, well, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm thankful for this year, and you guys can tell me a little bit about what you're thankful for in your life this year. First, I'll say that I'm very thankful that I have a wonderful wife and a mostly well-behaved, wonderful dog, and that despite the economy, what it's been over the last handful of years, that my wife and I have, even though we've experienced some turmoil in our financial lives, that we have still living in our house, and we've never paid a bill late, thanks to some fortunate circumstances and some luck here and there, and just some smart planning, I guess. So I know a lot of people have had some very tough times of it, as we've seen all over the news over the past year or two. And thankfully, everything has worked out for us, and we're still managing to get by. I'm also thankful for having a wonderful family, both my side and my wife's side. My wife was actually down visiting her family for Thanksgiving this year. I unfortunately was not able to go because I normally take the week between Christmas and New Year's off from work every year. I've done that no matter what job I've had over the last 10 or more years. So because I do that every year, and my wife does as well, I needed to give one of my other co-workers the opportunity to take some time off around Thanksgiving and spend it with their family. So I wasn't able to join her this year. She left yesterday morning, and I know she'll be back sometime late on Saturday night. So it is just me and the dog for a few days while my wife is visiting her family. But I think I'm going to be, my dad only lives about an hour away, so I'm going to be going to have dinner with them for a little bit today. So I won't be, don't feel bad for me, I'm not going to be all alone on Thanksgiving. But, honestly, when you're married for an extended period of time, there's nothing wrong with having a couple days to yourself. And I know the dog misses my wife very much. I did go out for a couple hours with a friend of mine last night. Surprisingly enough, even though it's probably the biggest night of going out to a bar or club or whatever of the year, a new place just opened up in our neighborhood, and it wasn't that busy last night, so we were able to get some decent service and just hang out for a couple hours and watch a little bit of the hockey game and then wrap it up. Because also I know the police are out in full force on a night like that, and I really wasn't going to drink a whole lot and obviously risk anything, as I am not that stupid. So we just went out for probably a couple hours and wrapped it up, and when I got home last night, man, it was my dog looking for my wife all over the place. He just couldn't comprehend that she wasn't coming home with me, I guess, last night. I come in the door, and normally, my dog's a real big mama's boy. They always say that if you have a female dog, that it, bonds with the male of the house, and if you have a male dog, it bonds with the female of the house. And despite the fact that when we first bought the dog, I was between jobs. It was at the start of the downfall of the economy, so I had lost my job and I was out of work for a few months, give or take. And even though I was the one that, when we first got him, spent all day, every day with him, keeping an eye on him, housebreaking him, and everything else, despite all that, he still is a total mama's boy, and wherever my wife goes, he just sits there and stares at her, lays on her. And when we both come home at the same time, he just runs right by me and runs looking for my wife, no matter what she's doing. But I think that's just kind of funny. That doesn't really bother me. He still gives me enough attention to make me happy, I guess. But what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? A lot of you may be visiting your family and be without console, so you may not be able to play it all today, and maybe some of you are lucky enough to have internet access on your phones, or maybe you're checking out some YouTube videos on your someone's computer just to get by and deal with the withdrawal, I guess you could say. So I don't know what you guys have planned for Thanksgiving. If you're home, if you're visiting family, if you have family coming to visit you, if your family isn't close enough, if you're just hanging out with your family. So let me know what you guys are doing today. And like I said, also let me know what you're thankful for. As like I said, I'm thankful to have a wonderful family of my own and to have a wonderful extended family. My parents and my sister and her family and my wife's parents and her family, and everything just worked out okay for another healthy, mostly happy year, I guess you could say. And I think we talked enough about Thanksgiving and everything else. So why don't we talk a little bit about Black Ops, because I actually did have a couple questions I was wondering if you guys could help me out with. As most of you know, I am new to the Xbox console. I've only picked it up just in time for the release of Black Ops, and I really didn't have time, or really a reason why so far, to really dig too deeply into some of the intricacies of how Xbox Live works. Obviously, I've accepted some friend requests, and I know how to send messages and how to join people's games. I mean, that stuff is easy enough. But recently, one of my friends here, PS3 House, has been putting up a couple pseudo booster hunting videos showing how bad boosting so far is in Black Ops. The people at the top of the leaderboards are boosting relentlessly. I mean, why? I don't know. I mean, do you guys really? So, do some people really care that much about their leaderboards? I mean, do they have that worthless of lives that their self-worth and what they base their happiness and success in life on is being tops of their leaderboards in a video game? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if they have nothing else going on good in their life, I guess they might as well do something. And even though they haven't earned it, I don't know what kind of sense of achievement you would take from that. I mean, unless they think that makes them look cool. Is it going to get them women? I don't know. But regardless, I wanted to see if you guys could help me out and tell me if there is any way that, from looking at the people that are on top of the leaderboards and seeing who is doing some of this boosting, if there is any way that I can get into those games and do some booster hunting in Black Ops. I mean, do I have to have them on my friends list and follow them around by joining any games that they're in? Because I remember when I was doing a lot of my booster hunting on the PS3, long before I had my Xbox, a lot of people would say that they would be able to follow boosters around and just keep joining sessions and games that they were in, and really just annoy the shit out of them that way. And you really couldn't do that on the PS3 unless you had them on your friends list. So, like I said, I'm really not that familiar with the inner workings of Xbox Live and everything else. So if you guys could either explain it to me in the comment section, or if you even could do a demonstration video response showing me how, once I know who is boosting by looking at the leaderboards and looking at some of their theater mode games, how I can track these guys down and basically just try to put a little bit of hurting on them and make their boosting as difficult as possible. I mean, I know some of you guys really loved all my booster hunting videos I did on the PS3, and I really haven't had a chance to even get back into Modern Warfare 2 yet, even on the weekends, to check that out. I want to see what I can do to try to cleanse the Black Ops community a little bit, or at least make it a little bit more legitimate if that's at all possible. So, like I said, please help me out with that, guys. And I know I mentioned previously that I do have a couple unique or somewhat special videos in the works. I may have an opportunity. Let's see, what's today? Today's Thanksgiving. Don't think I'm going to get to it today. Tomorrow I'm working. And Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and even possibly Tuesday, I will be off from work. So I may be sending out some requests to some of you guys on my friends list with a heads up that I want to get started on one of my videos. And the other one, I am getting closer to finishing up or being able to do my first dry run of it and get someone's opinion on it. And I know also before, because over this holiday weekend, I am going to be doing a lot of my Christmas decorating around the house. I know I mentioned before previously as well that maybe I'll do something a little special for you guys with that. Because even though my wife and I don't have any children, and we are not planning on having any children. I am still a big kid when it comes to the Christmas holiday, and we decorate our house to the hilt. I mean, you know, for 2 people and with only a dog in a house, you know, I decorate the hell out of the outside. My front lawn is pretty much a minefield of extension cords where you pretty much don't want to go, even if there is any room to walk with all the stuff I put out. And we do 2 Christmas trees, one mine, one hers, decorated to our own particular styles. Mine, when I show it to you guys in the video, you will definitely see my inner child. And we also do 2 Christmas villages. One of them is a lot of Department 56 houses from different things like Lego, Hot Wheels, and whatnot, from all the things that I enjoyed as a kid. And the other one is a Disney village. So I'm going to do a video of the setup of all that for you guys as well. And actually, believe it or not, it's snowing outside here right now. But this game is now over. We do win the game, and I finish out with top score of my team. I finished 26-14 with 4 captures and 1 defend. So until next time, guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I will see you soon, and I hope you have a good one.